What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's up, man?
It was good, man. Now, I'm not even going to hop into it because, trust me, that's going to happen. You know I'm finna get on you today. But we ain't even going to start like that. First off, we got to shout out, man. It's Veterans Day.
Yes.
So shout out all the veterans out there, man. Thank you for your service. Definitely means a lot. I know we got veterans that listen to the podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube, man. Ton of respect. I don't know about you. My father was a former Marine, 13 years, man. So
my dad was in the Navy for a little bit.
Boom. Okay.
My pap he was in the Navy as well. So I got some people in the family that did some service.
Man.
And because of them, we're able to talk some sports on mics.
Very true, man. Like, shout out to all of them, man. So, yeah, man, definitely keep doing what you're doing. And to the families as well, man, because we know it's not just them. It affects all of y'all, man. So, definitely appreciate y'all. Shout out to all the veterans out there.
Absolutely.
Now that that's out there, now that we
this quick.
Hey. Listen, Deke. Listen. Let's just rewind it, right? I believe it was Thursday we were recording, if my memory serves me correct. And we came down. We're talking about, the upcoming game, recap the Colts game. We're talking about this Rams game. And I'm over here very optimistic, right? I'm over here like, man, I felt kind of crazy because I'm like, yo, this all makes sense as to why this team could win because our defense. And I remember it came time to make predictions. I predicted the Steelers to win. And I was like, dang, like, usually I feel like, am I being a homer right now because I'm picking them to win all these weeks in a row? But I'm like, nah, they hot. They 4 in a row right now. I mean, I got the juice. I know what I'm talking about. And you proceeded to do something that I thought I would never see. Out of all the people that I know, Deke, out of all the Steelers fans, the media members that I interact with, I said, man, look, I would have been willing to bet me pushing 3 cars that you would never ever have picked the Rams to beat the Steelers on Sunday. But what happened? What happened, Deke? What did you pick? Just let the people know again what you picked, Deke.
Tell
them, Deke.
What do you want? Everything?
You tell them right now, man.
I picked the Rams to win.
Oh, my God.
You want the score, too?
Yeah, go ahead and say it, man.
It was 30-17.
Wasn't even close. Butt whooping.
It was...
Wow.
It was egregiously good for us.
And why did you think that again?
Well, a little bit based off that Colts game because they had their third stringer in. They were able to move the ball. And, I mean, they were down in the red zone and got that pick six. And, we got the pick six for a touchdown. Yeah. So if that doesn't happen, that's a huge point swing there.
So we're iffing it again. All right, okay.
I know,
all right, continue.
They missed the field goal. And so they were close to getting 30 points there, the Colts, right?
But who won, though?
We won.
Okay, I was checking. Okay.
And I'm thinking that's the Colts.
Yeah.
I mean,
technically the Colts had a better record than the Rams. Just throwing it out there.
True.
Just throwing it out there, but all right.
But that I wasn't too pleased or happy after the Colts game whenever we did that initial podcast.
I don't know why. Sound like you was hating.
I was hurting. I don't know if hating. Maybe,
I don't know, man.
Maybe a little both. I don't know.
It sounds like a little bit of both. And the Dolphins, too. Shout out to them. They won 2 in a row ever since. Just throwing it out there. Continue, though. Continue.
So I'm thinking, wow, Rams are better than the Colts.
And why did you think that, though? That's just... Riddle me that again. It's something you saw on this year. It's something you saw this year, okay.
Well, they have been in some shootouts, some higher scoring games. They've put up some higher points.
And they've allowed some higher points.
That is true, too.
Okay.
Yes. So, hold on. By this whole, what would you say, the debate here, reasoning.
Okay.
So, if we got into a shootout somehow and they were able to move the ball and put up maybe between...
On our defense.
Yes,
okay, continue.
Dude, because did it not just happen the week before? So
I felt good about our defense.
I did too, circumstantially, but having the offense try to go up against the Rams defense and score with the Rams offense point for point, I was a little concerned. If that was the case.
I like that. Fair enough. I ain't gonna kill you. But now that does bring me to my next point. You talked about our offense and your lack of belief in them being able to go up against this Rams defense, right? That's what you said. You knew that going into the game that you didn't feel confident about our offense against their defense, right?
No.
Okay. No. That's need to hear that. Okay, so I'd like to bring some evidence
we talking offense first.
I would like to bring some evidence to the courtroom real quick. In the fourth quarter, about 2 minutes left in the game, 2.5 minutes left in the game.
Oh man!
You made a statement to me as we're sitting at the game. Me and Deke are sitting next to each other, and Deke says to me, "Bro, we got to let them score here."
This is back-to-back weeks.
Yes, this is back-to-back weeks. You said this, and back-to-back weeks we disagreed. And you said, Deke, Moats, we got to let them score here. And I'm like, yo, Deke, they're on like the 40, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Bro, we gotta let them score, so at least we got the ball back. We are in control.
I said that once they passed the
once they passed the 50. You said we gotta let them score so we can get the ball back and be in control. You would rather go down swinging. That's what you said, right?
They were, dude.
That's what. No. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
Time
you
out.
said you rather go down swinging, right?
I did say that, but hold on. They were moving the ball. They were juicing on that last drive.
We had one drive.
Huh?
It was one drive we had.
No, what do you mean?
I'm talking about the Steelers offense.
No, I'm talking about the Rams offense against our defense. They were moving it. That's why I said
they had moved the ball 30 yards.
And man, that's all I need to see.
They moved the ball 30 yards, and you were willing to bet the house and sell the farm. Hey, give up on the Steelers defense. That's what you wanted to do. And you would rather, this is what you say, you would rather have our offense with Mason Rudolph have to go 80 yards for a game-winning score.
Listen, dude, I don't.
No. You would rather have our offense with Mason Rudolph go 80 yards for a score versus relying on our defense.
How do you know it's not 70?
Because he was kicking out the back of the end zone.
Okay.
Without a doubt. He already did. That's easy. Versus having our defense be out there and close it out. And then it's not over. You tried to bring good old Dr. Matt Burnett. You tried to bring him down to your level. Now, Doc is a great friend of ours, great friend of mine. Legacy Medical Center, shout out. You know what I'm saying? Does an awesome job.
Incredible shout out.
But this is what you said. You said to Doc, hey, Doc,
you quoted me.
Don't you think it'd be smart we let him score right here? And then Doc mumbles something back to you. Then you say to me, Doc leaning towards me, man. Doc said that, we should let him score. Doc proceeds to look at me and say,
Got it.
Heck no, QPG-13. Heck no. Exclamation point. Huh.
So what's your point?
My point is this, Deke. First off, apologize to the defense, man, because you disrespect the heck out of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yes.
Apologies. Yes.
Most sincere apologies, man.
Very sincere apologies. But here's what I will say.
Let me hear this.
You know this. I've said this multiple times.
Let me hear it.
I'm the idea guy.
The idea guy.
I throw this out there.
How many points had the defense given up all day?
No.
You can't even say 14 or 12. You can't even say that because 7 of them came on who?
This is my point, though. I'm the idea guy.
Actually, 9 of these points came on from the offense.
I throw it out there, and I don't think too much about it.
And
then we were sitting there, and you said, wait, how many points has the defense given up all day?
How many?
And what was it? Was it 3?
3.
So
3.
Then I started thinking, I'm like, all right, they haven't given up a touchdown.
And you don't you try to act like it was just that conversation you started believing. You didn't start believing until 4th down and Terrell Edmonds gets the PBU in the end zone, and now you high-fiving the chest bump.
Dude, you can't lie though.
I was not nervous at all.
You were nervous on the throw when he threw it down there.
I was not, man.
That was really
I was never nervous the whole time because I told you the whole time. I said, look, I know this defense is going to ball out. That's what I was saying the whole time. I'm like, I love this back-to-back weeks. Put it on the defense, man. Let the defense make the play. If I got to go down, I'm going down with my money. I got 11 first-rounders on this defense. I got free agent signings on this defense. Give me this defense anytime. I'm going down with them versus me trusting in Mason Rudolph. And no offense, because Mason had his best game as a professional. But that offense could not move the ball consistently. So for me to say that I would rather put my hopes and dreams in Mason having to go 80 yards versus this defense getting a stop, it's 40 yards in and they got to score a touchdown on this defense. Give me this defense, period. If it was a field goal, it's different. But a touchdown? Nah, bro. Give me the defense. I'm rocking with them.
And
they didn't do it just once. Because what happened? They get the stop, and then what happened? The offense goes out there 3 and can't gain a yard.
Did the same crap we did against the Colts.
And then what the defense do? They said it's not a fluke. This is not a fluke. Did it again.
They did it again. We got the pick exactly to make all the predictions that came true on the show.
Shout out to the tailgate.
That's actually why we got the pick.
Still, the game was crazy, man. Yo, y'all picks are off the. It fed the God. Wow. My man said 2 PBUs and a pick for Minka. I don't know where. I don't know how he does it.
Wait, I did this right because I looked up on NFL.com.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check with you. PBU, it's the same thing whenever they have PD.
Yeah. Pass deflected and pass breakup. Same.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah, I like it. Hey, thorough.
I don't want to be throwing out any fake news.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. Exact same thing, bro.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. But yes, that was awesome by the defense, and it was reminiscent, very much so.
You say
I don't. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
Go ahead, talk. I just want to hear you talk. I want to hear you because you got to get back in the good graces.
Okay. It's reminiscent of. Well, I was actually gonna say this too.
Let me hear it.
I'm living in the past too much. I really.
All right. We got the recollection from Deke. The light bulb is hit. Deke is having his moment of clarity.
Living in the past too much. So maybe this will explain it a little bit.
All right, go ahead. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna drink some water while you explain. Go ahead. Proceed, my brother. Proceed.
Okay. So, as I was about to say earlier, before I said I'm living in the past, this defense was very much reminiscent of the 08 GOAT squad. Where there were many times where it was incredible.
Okay.
You could give the ball back to the offense.
Yeah.
They ain't scoring.
Nah.
They're not scoring. We're just going to... Ravens game, AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Our offense was sputtering around a little bit, and somehow the Ravens get the ball with the chance to win at the end.
Yeah.
And, pick 6, Troy Polamalu. That happened a lot throughout. I remember the Cowboys game, Tony Romo, pick 6 to say Townsend. So here's the thing, though. Here's the difference.
Okay.
And this is why I gotta check myself when I'm making these comments. Just let them score.
Let me hear it.
Because we had 7 at the time. Here's what I will say, though.
Okay.
This is something hopeful for the team going forward.
All right. I'm hoping you're not hopeful that they're gonna lose again.
No, man. I told you this Rams game was concerned me.
Yeah.
So I looked up the QBRs. Ben at that.
You're a stat guy. I know that. Go ahead.
I'm not though, but I am.
Right.
I am when they favor me.
But I am.
I am when they favor me.
All right. Cool.
Because I wouldn't use this stat when I'm talking about Ben being the GOAT of all time, but I am using it to give hope for the season.
All right. Go ahead. Let's hear it. Yeah.
All right. So Ben's QBR that season was 45 QBR.
Okay.
Mason's right now is 42-43, I believe.
All right. So you saying Mason's a young GOAT?
Not. Here's the difference. Ben had some, even though the defense did ball out, and I don't know what was up with that offense. I would have to go back and, well, all that's really out there is documentaries. Now I'm not going to go back game by game.
Right.
But anyway, he had a lot of game-winning, clutch drives that season where you just defense made the stop, and then we have it 2-3 minutes left.
Okay,
Ben's balling out, making that final drive, getting us in field goal range, getting us that touchdown, and we get the win. And you brought up the point to me at the game, and you bring it up to me now. Do you have confidence in that with Mason? Because at that point, Ben already had a Super Bowl. Ben was in the league probably 5-6 years.
Yeah. He was on a Russell Wilson type trajectory at the time.
Established himself as a Pro Bowler. And right now, Mason is how many games into his career?
6. Nice.
So I say that there's 2 ways you take that then.
Okay.
Could we make noise? Is that a question you can ask yourself? If we won with Ben, QBR 45, and Mason, QBR 43 right now, Peyton Manning's won a Super Bowl. Whatever. That's just throwing some history out there with great defenses.
Continue.
And then, but at the I don't know. At the same time, I guess I got to keep myself in check because there is just some element you need some faith in your quarterback, some experience that just naturally happens at the position that you never know though. He's getting like you said, he had his best game last week.
Okay.
He's getting better and better, and if the defense can play like that, then we can.
Have they not been doing that?
They have been. And let Mason
most turnovers for over a 9-game stretch. I think something crazy, astronomical. Yeah.
We could let Mason make mistakes. Not the.
They've already been making mistakes. We're good.
Yeah, but exactly. But
they've been giving away points already,
but not the big ones that we've been talking about, like a pick,
right?
A pick in our zone, a fumble. The team has been doing that. I'm talking about Mason, the quarterback. But I guess there are little things on giving it over on 3 downs or making the bad pass here or there, but that's gonna happen. Okay. So if we can, the defense can afford to let Mason do that. That's a question. Can we make noise? Because here's the thing.
All right, let me.
I've been watching ESPN all day. I've just had it in the background, and I'm getting pissed off because.
You are,
dude. One of their topics was, can the Steelers make the playoffs, or are the Steelers like playoff worthy? Yeah, dude, we're the 6th seed right now. So
all I'm saying is you had them pick to lose just last week. So I mean, why should the national media believe in this team when Deke, the most diehard Steelers fan that I thought I knew, thought I knew,
timeout.
You know what I'm saying?
Timeout.
He used to be the most diehard. I don't even know if he's that anymore.
Time out though, because I have him 10-6, right?
No, I don't want to hear that.
So that means
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear, bro.
That means
I don't want to hear, bro. I don't want to hear it. What we need to do is this, because you awesome with the graphics. You always like to put up polls, questions, and all that. You should make a graphic, Deke versus Deke, and then in the said graphic say, should Deke be allowed to pick for the Steelers or against the Steelers from here on out? That's what we need to have.
That's a good question because
it is.
It's something I'll go either way. I'm versatile.
I'm just saying
because
now if you pick with us and we drop one, now I'm gonna feel like you're the bad luck guy. But then I wonder could you really be a homer? Could you really be a diehard Steelers fan if you're gonna have to pick against them?
No, come on, man.
Going out. Saying you brought this on yourself. I told you this in the parking lot before the game. I said, look, Deke, just know you're screwed either way. I said, because if we lose, it's because you picked and put that bad mojo in the air. I said, but if we win, now you run the risk of, hey, you got to stick with that because that's what we won. You know how it is, man. Hey, when we used to play.
Yeah, we won when I picked them to win.
Nah, but we lost a lot when you picked them to win too. Yeah. Right now, your record in terms of picking against them is undefeated.
Oh, man, dude. Come on. Don't do that. Don't do that.
How much you let us Steelers?
I love it, man.
Just not another pick against them.
But here's the thing. So if you ask people that, I feel like they would want me to just give me whatever I'm feeling at the time, right? You don't want me to be looking into
so my question is this. So
Deke, you want me to give him?
Deke. So this is my thing, Deke.
Okay.
If you have a jersey that every time you've worn to a Steelers game they've lost, but you love that jersey, I can assure you, if we poll 100 Steelers fans, hey, it's a big playoff game right here. Deke wants to wear this Jerome Bettis jersey. Every time he wears his jersey, they lose. Is Deke allowed to wear this jersey to the game? What do you think 100 of them are going to say?
Dude, but this is
what do you think they're going to say? What do you think they're going to say?
They're not going to want me to wear the jersey.
Exactly. So what's the difference here?
This is a 1-game sample size.
It's 100%, bro. Listen, I'm a numbers guy when they favor my argument.
And that's fair. But
say 100%, bro.
I think.
What's your record when you're not picking against them? You down bad, bro.
Whatever the Steelers record was.
Yeah, you down bad, bruh.
It was 4-4.
You're not even 4-4. You technically you like 4-6 now. Because you can't count this Rams win as yours.
That's 4-5 then.
Hold on.
Yeah,
you're right. You're 4-5.
If I picked, yeah.
Who else did you pick against? Because
I picked Steelers.
You picking to win every game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you down, bro. All right. Okay.
It's 1 game.
Just let's learn your lesson. All right. Put some respect on this Steelers defense, man.
That's That's fair.
Just respect them.
That's fair. But
You
here's the
better
thing.
respect them.
Here's the thing. I like how you haven't gone all the way in on me like that and saying like I'm a terrible fan and all this stuff because
I ain't gonna go there with you.
as long as you're saying you disrespect the defense a little bit.
I felt like you disrespect the defense.
Because here's the thing. Like, I mean, say we go up against the Patriots or we go up against one of these teams down the line, and aren't you gonna want the person talking about things to give their honest opinion on it? You don't want them to be.
I don't know, Deke. I don't know right now, bro. I don't know.
Saying, hey, I'm not feeling good about this.
I just don't know anymore, Deke. I thought I knew you, but I just don't know anymore.
Saying, hey, man, I don't feel good about this. If I had to put money, like, man.
I just don't know anymore with you, man.
That's not saying you're not a fan. I wanted you to be really wrong.
When you made the prediction, my wife tried to kiss me that night. I'm like, babe, I got this sharp pain in my back right now. She's like, babe, what's going on? Were you working out today? Nah, babe, I ain't work out today. It was Thursday. I was chilling, babe, but I just got this pain in the center of my back, and I just can't figure out what it is. She's like, oh, well, let me take a look. I said, what is it, babe? You see, it's a knife in your back. It says Deke. And on one side it says chilling with. That's what it said.
Wait, so it went through your whole body?
It's right there. It was like one side said Deke and it said chilling with. It's right in my back, bro.
Oh, well, I'll be curious to hear your explanation for this, though.
All right, let's do it, man.
So what about your pick against the Steelers?
Which week?
I remember the Seahawks.
Yes, for a fact.
Yeah.
And I told you why.
I told you why I picked against the Rams, but
yeah, mine was a lot more logical. That Seahawks team has proven every game what they do. Not off of last year, because I said, what do we talk about? During the game, we talked about how you viewed this Rams team from the Super Bowl era. That's not this team, bro.
I just said in general, I'm living in the past.
Yeah, yes. But that's not.
You could say my logic's flawed, but you can't come at my fanhood like that.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, man. It's all good. I ain't tripping if you're not tripping.
Here's the thing. People can. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like they know deep down.
You're still. Well, I don't even want to give you the label of like the most diehard Steelers fan I know because like, you picked against them. So you're like, you're in the. You know what? You're kind of like the wild card spot right now. It's a lot of y'all just like right in the mix. You started off hot like you were the Bills, and now you done dropped one to the Cleveland. I'm a little skeptical. Like, I don't know how I feel about you right now. You still got potential. You still leading the race for fifth though.
Well, speaking of that, I got two things. If we want to get into kind of like, we're talking. I don't even know if this would be like hypothetical or stories or just scenarios. Yeah. You bring up the Bills because this is a question, and I would be interested to hear what fans have to say about this. You brought this up at the game where the Bills are kicking their field goal to tie the game. Mm-hmm. And I
didn't realize it was 53 yards either.
It was long, yeah.
Yeah, watching it on TV didn't look that far. I thought it was like in the 40s. I'm like, I still don't like that. 53? Heck no, I hate it.
And I said, oh man, I hope he misses it. We need the Browns to beat the Bills, so there's more. There's more teams in the mix for the wild card, so there's not one team that's taking it away with the fifth spot.
You would rather it be what we say, what, six?
Because we played the Bills
teams
too.
For two spots versus like 2 or 3 teams for one spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your reasoning is for that. You would rather just have one team lock in,
like this, the less amount of people there are available for that spot, the better it bodes for us. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
because we're not going to have tiebreakers versus every team. Like we don't play the Titans, we don't play the Raiders. So the more teams that are getting in this mix, the tiebreaker argument, it starts to become a little flawed because it's like, yo, we don't own that tiebreaker. And if our record isn't better than this team's record, we're going to be stuck. That's why I'm like, I would much rather is less competition there. That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but then on my side,
right? I get that side.
I'm saying as opposed to having 4 teams going for one spot, wouldn't you rather have 4 teams going for 2 spots?
But it's not 4 teams now.
But I get what you're saying. So there could be those 4 or 5 teams going for 2 spots if all those teams are in the mix. Now tiebreakers get in there. And, okay, I get what you're saying now.
That's what I'm saying. Like it makes it just crazy crowded for those spots compared to like if it's just like, all right, it's getting clear. Like, okay, we know this one has this. Now it's only 2 or 3 of us that are really going for this because this team has smashed all them other ones. It makes our life a lot easier.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I get, I'm glad you clarified that because I did not understand whenever.
Well, you got to think, man. We was talking. We was a little intoxicated. We was walking. I'm probably sure I ain't explained it that clear. I'm probably sure because your side didn't sound that clear to me either.
Well, the main thing is you said, man, you're putting bad mojo on us because you can't be rooting for other teams to lose.
Yes, because I feel like that's like the hater gene. And if we hating on people, Anytime you throw hate out there, it come back to you worse.
When's it cool though? Because I brought up
hate. It's never cool to hate, man.
No, I brought up the scenario where it was week 17.
Yes,
and we needed the Bills to beat the Jets.
Yes.
So
and that would have been in 2015. And even with that, I told you as a player, I still was never like, yo, I want the Jets to lose. It was like, yo, I hope Buffalo does their thing. But either way, as long as we win, we're gonna see fine. That's how I looked at it.
Really?
Yes.
Man,
I was never like, man, I hope the Jets lose. I need the Jets to lose. Come on, Jets, lose. Because I feel like I'm a hater. I don't want to be a hater. I don't.
Well, I was going to say week 17, like at the end of the rope would be the time where it should be allowed, though, then. Because it's like your last-ditch effort.
I just don't like it. I mean,
there's no more.
What happened last year? Remember all that hate we was doing last year, right? Come on, man. Come on. We need Cleveland to win. Come on. No. Beat Baltimore. Come on. Beat him. Come on. We're going to lead the game on that Heinz Field on the Jumbotron so everybody could come in and join the hating party. How'd that turn out? Stop hating. That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's fair. And then
if you take care of business, you don't got to worry about that. That's how I always look at it. If you in that situation, you brought it on yourself. Don't wish your problems on somebody else, bro.
Fair. Yeah, take care of your business.
Take care of your business, man. Which the Steelers have been doing, man. Shout out to them, man. Winning 4 in a row.
So actually, I'll bring up the other scenario. I'll do it at the end of the podcast.
Okay,
it's a little fun little thing. So do you want to get into Mason look good, huh?
No, we're not talking Mason. We're talking the defense and how it looked good in terms of 2 picks, a fumble, 2 picks, fumble recovery. Actually, multiple fumbles. They forced 3 fumbles. I think it was. We recovered 1 of them. 4 sacks, 2 for big TJ Watt. That boy balling crazy. Cam Hayward had 1. Shout out to my dog Javon Hargrave. Young Wob. I mean, he had the monster sack, fumble, Minka scooped it up, touchdown. This defense is crazy.
Dude, it is nuts. Crazy. And you mentioned TJ Watt. I just looked at the sack stats as I was Talk
about him.
The Arthur Moats show, just making sure our numbers are straight. And
talk about him.
He's at 9.5 right now in the top 5. Mm-hmm. Dude, with his brother being out and kind of the numbers are speaking for themselves. Let's see how the season finishes out. But
it's looking
being
good.
A top 5 pass rusher in the league by the end of the season,
it's looking good. He had 13.5 last year.
He did.
It's not far fetched.
That's what I mean. Like you have to have it's one thing to do it one year,
right?
But then to have it back to back seasons,
he's
put on a little run.
He's put on 3 now.
Even his rookie, that's a good ass rookie year. Yeah, even though it wasn't.
So he's like putting together
crazy
numbers, man. Consistency, I like it. The thing I like the most about TJ this year compared to the years in the past, where his prior years he would have one game where he'd get 2 to 3 sacks, disappear for 3 weeks. They have another game where he gets 2 or 3 sacks, and that's how you'd have those like big numbers like that. Whereas now every week 1.5, 1, 2, 2.5, like that's how you have one of those special seasons. He's cooking.
He's cooking.
And I love it, man.
The forced fumbles, like the impact plays.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, not garbage time plays, like legit plays, man, at critical moments. I mean, you just see him, man. Like, the light is clicked. And the thing is, when you look at the attention that he was getting last year, now they still can't even give him that much attention because of the emergence of Bud Dupree, because of how Cam is playing on the interior. It's just now you're seeing what it looks like when you have multiple guys that can get the job done. That's why it's so special. And that's why this defense, like, I mean, I feel like they really set the tone in terms of how they get after these quarterbacks. Goff looked under duress every time he dropped back.
Yeah, he did not look good or comfortable. Mm-mm. And one of the concerns was, with Tuitt being out, is the defensive line going to be able to control the line of scrimmage like they have been? Because that was something that was pretty much a staple throughout this whole season. They were able to get after the quarterback a little bit, whether in the middle with the linebackers and some of the coverage. That has definitely increased throughout the season. But that was definitely a staple. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like we've been missing a beat without him.
But I will say this, man, in terms of the running game, Gurley he
did get 70 yards.
I mean, he was averaging 6 a carry, which was the crazy part was this, though. 17 snaps the Rams played in the fourth quarter. Gurley was in there for 11 of those 17 snaps. Did not touch the ball, wasn't even targeted. That's the part that just killed me. I'm like, man, if I'm the Rams, it's a close game like that. That dude's averaging 6 yards a pop. I'm feeding him. But shout out to the coaching staff, right? Sean McVay, such the guru, offensive genius.
I was
shout out.
just about to ask you why. What could be the reasoning?
No, the coach, Sean McVay, the guru, the offensive genius that everybody loves so much.
You don't know what he was thinking there?
No, he said, hey, we have we do a rotation. And it was just happening that he was getting rotated out on those plays. If you're this genius, though, man, would you really allow that?
Well, we said that the first quarter on some of his runs. We were like, man, when this girlie show up?
Yeah. Shout out to the coach, man. Sometimes you're so smart, you just So I'm saying, man, all y'all Tomlin haters, bro, chill out.
What is he trying to be like Belichick there, maybe?
I don't know what he's trying to be like. I know one coach was coaching an awesome game and getting the job done. And the other coach was over there calling design runs with Blake Bortles. called a 4th and 2 fake punt pass. That's all I'm saying, B. That's all I'm saying, Deke.
That was confusing.
Yeah, from an offensive just guru of a coach. That's all I'm saying. It threw me off.
I mean, you're speaking to the choir, though, because I know you had your issues earlier today.
Hey, man, I had a nice checklist of people I was coming at today. You already got yours. You good. I like you. I ain't even get you hard like that, all right? These other cats, I had to, really just, come here. Get over here. Say McVay again. Say it again. You know what I mean? But, man, honestly, I'm trying to figure out. I understand they have... I don't even know because it's like, dude, what is so different between Goff this year and last year? I mean, literally, they've been doing the same things in terms of
Cup's healthy,
right? And that's the thing is, I don't understand. It's not as if McVay still isn't calling the calls. It's not as if McVay still isn't doing his 15 seconds before the snap trick. Like, I just don't.
Are they getting exposed? Or people finding them out? What's different with how people are playing them? Do you see any difference?
I see our defense balled out versus them. I do see that. Sometimes it looks like they're trying to outthink themselves. But I will say this. We can get on McVay, honestly, and it's funny because I like to just pick with people like that. But in terms of them rotating Gurley out on some of that stuff, prior to this game, we all agreed that Gurley didn't look nowhere near
We talked about that, yeah.
And that was the big thing. So, granted, for me, I'm more of the reason why I like Coach Tom because he has the feel that he's just like, if I feel something, I'm going to ride with it. We all felt like we could sense Gurley is doing his thing. He might break one. If it wasn't for Minka making 3 open field tackles, he could have took one to the crib.
Yeah.
For me, that's a feel thing. I'm going to ride with that. Whereas McVay, it just didn't he sensed that and just kept this rotation. We would see him leaving on critical third downs and we're just Gurley's going to the sideline? It's 3rd and 2 right now? Are you serious? This is crazy. But that's what
maybe he has that type of mind where it's just mathematical. I have this idea of what we're doing.
This has to work. We're going with it.
And I wonder if the fake punt was in that game plan. If we're down at this point in the game, we got to try this out, or we're bringing in. Dude, I wrote this down. I would be so pissed if I was a Rams fan.
Yes, bro. Blake Bortles for a designed QB run play.
I'd be so pissed. I'm just trying to imagine if we did something like I would be livid.
Hey, we're gonna bring Doug Hodges in for design QB run. All right. I don't even.
Bortles a little better runner, a little bigger.
Yeah, but still. No, for all that, I would have just given it Gurley. For all that,
still, you're not bringing in. I don't even know who is. I mean, Lamar Jackson is.
Yeah, he can get it.
The
done.
Running quarterback. I'm trying to think of someone that is maybe a backup that's a really good runner right now. I can't think of anyone.
RG3.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But he ain't the same either.
Nah. I hate the call. It was a terrible call.
Dude, it was awful.
Terrible call.
Actually, speaking of calls, though, too. No, we're not done with the defense, though. We got to keep going on the defense.
Well, you're always right, because
I was about to jump there.
Which is so common with you people. Always want to go offense. Can we just talk about the Steelers' last 2 defensive possessions, please?
Sure. What do you want to talk about? Man, we already talked about.
I just want to run it back one more time.
Us being in the stands, me being.
Run it back one more time, man. Let's talk about how you felt on those last 2 series.
Dude, I felt like I was on the sidelines because you were standing next to me, man.
All right. I already got hype.
You were going nuts.
I got a little hype. All right, you right. You
were going nuts. It was awesome, though.
It hit me. It's not often it hits me.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So whenever you started standing up and the whole place started to go crazy, I was like, I regret saying that because I started to feel it.
It's contagious, bro.
Like you knew something.
Yeah, the energy hit. You could just feel it, bro. Like everybody in the section was like, "Oh yeah, it's about to happen. It's going down."
I mean, it's kind of a given. I'm assuming the defense plays off that. Like, there's something indescribable
you feel
about
that
it.
energy, man. I don't even know how to like describe it. It's like when you hear Renegade play. Like Renegade drops, boom, the hype video. Then after that, crowd's going crazy, turbo towel swinging. That last, the fourth down, the first like set of the first set after. So it was like it was like right under 2 minutes, whatever. Right when you say we should let them score. That one where Terrell Edmonds makes the PBU in the end zone. Like that play before it started. Remember, that whole stadium was on its feet, going nuts. And then after the 4 plays, when the offense gets the ball back, when it came back out there, not first down, because first down people was kind of like, oh dang, like what's about to happen? TJ Watt gets the big sack. You remember that? Then after that, it starts getting crazy again.
Yeah, bro.
And then when Minka get the pick, holy cow, man, that yeah. Stadium just blew the roof off the top, bro.
Did you see anything with him this game? Obviously, the cornerbacks were crazy. Just the pass
Joe Hayden
coverage.
played amazing.
Cooper Kupp, 0 yards.
Man. And I think he had a ton of PBUs as well. Joe did. He had 4? It was like 4 or 5 PBUs and an interception as well, man. So he definitely had his best game this season. Balled out, looked like vintage Joe Hayden. Yeah, he was top notch.
Was there anything you saw, because Minka's he's the hot guy on the squad right now. Is there anything that stuck out to you this game that makes you even more like, damn, like this is that dude?
I think it's just the continuance of him making those impact splash plays. It's one thing to get a turnover, right? It's one thing to catch an interception, one thing to get a fumble recovery. It's another thing when you're constantly getting these turnovers, but you're turning them into points. I mean, shoot, you could play 10, 12 years in this NFL as a defender and never score a touchdown. I mean, you think about this dude back-to-back weeks doing crazy stuff out there. And the thing that I love, too, is just his recognition for stuff now. Like, it was a play, actually, on the Joe Hayden interception. He says this. He says, I was supposed to stay high running with the receiver who's running a post. But I knew that Minka was in the middle of the field, so I knew I could just slack off of that and jump back down here to catch this interception. That lets you know just the level of trust they all have in Minka and the level of communication and understanding and continuity that they have, which is crazy because of how, like, he hasn't even been here that long.
No.
But for them to all be on that type of page together where you got Joe Hayden saying, I'm going to leave this post route that in years past, if you do that, that's a touchdown. He's like, yo, I know Minka got me here, and I'm going to go over here and get this pick. Like, for me, those are the things that I'm really enjoying the most about Minka. We did it on the film session. You see it on YouTube too, Master Moats film session. But even with that, man, like, just watching how pre-snap he's understanding where he should align to, where his assignment is, but also if he shades one way, it changes the quarterback's read and how he's able to do certain things with that. Those are all the things that I'm super excited about because it's rare that you get the combination of a guy who's elite mentally and elite physically. That's what made Troy so special. Troy, he's going to have the crazy speed. He's going to make the crazy athletic plays, but he's also the smartest guy on the field. When you have that combination, that's when you start seeing guys that they say, hey, he's always in the right place. Ed Reed, he's always in the right place. Ray Lewis, he's always in the right place. That's what you're getting now, man, because he's on that level, man. It's just crazy to see, bro.
And Ryan Clark was talking about it a little bit on ESPN today too. He made it seem like a little bit. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
That Minka's kind of maybe getting a little lucky because like because he said someone asked him about the trade. They were like, "What did you think about the trade and the impact?" He's like, "At first, I wasn't a big fan of it."
Yeah, he's Johnny on the spot.
But then I didn't realize that like balls would be coming his way and like tipped his way and stuff. Mm-hmm. But it seems like what you're saying, there's something that's just got to be said for that because Ed Reed was that type of player.
This is what I say, and this is what I always tell people too. Think about how often you watch a game. Passes are always tipped. How often do you see fumbles, balls just on like bouncing on the football field?
There was one or two from Mason where it was tipped and there was a guy around. It's
a difference when you talk about that happening and the ball falling harmlessly to the ground versus it happening now and on multiple occasions, multiple weeks. The same guy is finding ways to get to that ball. For me, that's not luck. Luck is if it happens once or two times. That's lucky. Anyway, I mean, what they say, a blind dog can he can find it every once in a while. A broken clock's right twice a day. Even a garbage can gets a steak. All that good stuff. That's cool. But this man has done it on multiple occasions, and at all points of the game. It's not like it just happens in the first quarter. No, he's any time of the game, man. If you make an error, he's gonna make you pay, and that's why I'm like, that's not luck to me. That shows you are studying because you have to be in the right place. And then you couple that with just that, I'm touched by God, so I can run really fast and make really athletic plays.
I was going to say, to touch on the physicality, he was the fastest person on the field last week. Mm-hmm. What would you clock
the next gen stats they did. Yeah. Shout out to them, man. They always on top.
I didn't know that either. Like I don't know. Yeah. You look at it because he's built in a way like a physical guy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect him to be this speedster either.
Hey man, when Nick Saban, one of the most winningest coach at the collegiate level in the history of NCAA football, tells you that Minkah Fitzpatrick was the best player he's ever coached. Say no more. You think about how much talent has come from Alabama. Just the best player I've ever coached. That lets you know right there, bro.
It definitely does.
Man.
Now, anything else with the defense?
Nah, I'm done with the defense right now.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm done with them. Yeah.
Now, you said it.
What's up?
Mason.
No, we're not going offense. We're going special teams.
Oh.
What? Shout out to Trey Edmonds. What? Are you serious? Trey Edmonds don't get no love? This is second time where he's forced a turnover. He was it the Colts game? Yes, where he forced a fumble on the kickoff after the safety. And now this week he gets an interception. You know, he's one of 9 players to record an interception, a tackle, a run, and have a reception all in the same game. Yeah. The first player to do it since Champ Bailey. Wow. Champ Bailey did it in 2000. Think about that, bro.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, shout out to Trey Edmonds, man. And shout out to Danny Smith. Now, I will say this now. With the special teams unit. As much as we're praising them right now for the Trey Edmonds play and just the overall readiness and preparation that they showed when the Rams broke the formation, they still got some issues in terms of the return game. I mean, we saw at a point in the game where they're rotating return men. We had a ball, get fumbled, it's turnover. That was huge. Got to clean that part up, right?
Absolutely.
No.
And you make a really good point. It doesn't seem like whenever we're getting the ball on these returns, it's either we're not getting the yardage we need to make a difference in the possession, like change, like the, what would you call that?
To flip the field?
Yeah, the field, whatever. We're not getting enough yards there. Mm-hmm. There's no hope, at least, to get those yards. Right. And then on the other side, if we have the hope for the yards, the little wiggle making, another 15, 20 yards back, ball security could be the issue, and that could just be all tossed away. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't know what you do at this point midway through the season. You got your two guys. I'm assuming you're not looking outside of that. Mm-hmm. I mean, what can you do coaching wise, team wise, the players? I don't know.
The thing that I did like initially what they started doing was they would use Switzer, who's more sure-handed, in those fair catch situations where the ball is going to be kicked around the 10-yard line. Because okay, if they teach you as a returner, you put your heels at 10 yards. If you got to back up in and you either let that ball go because you should never catch it inside the 10, but if it's anywhere that 10 to 20-yard range, like between the 10-yard line and 20-yard line, if you feel any type of pressure, you fair catching because you're already assuming because it's a shorter field. Typically, they're punting from midfield or the 40 that is going to be a fair catch territory. They were using Switzer in those situations. I liked when they were rotating him and Deontay, letting Deontay catch when you got more field because if you have an error on the catch or anything like that, you got time to recover and pick it up. I just don't like the fact that he has ball security issues. But he's not the only one. I mean, we want to talk about the offense. we could transition to the offense now.
Well, before we do that,
struggling. Yeah,
Boz keeps it going. Boz keeps it going.
Man, shout out to Boz too for getting the false start on himself so he got a longer field goal.
Is that what he? But he
fantasy
drained
points, bro. It was for fantasy points. Shout out. Yes, why not?
Well, I don't know if it was that much longer. I think typically it's only 50 yards gets the 5 points. Everything in front of that's 3.
He didn't know that probably. That's why he did it.
Yeah, usually if there's some leagues that might do 40 is 4.
See, I think he was in one of those leagues. That's why he was trying to like back it up a little bit. It's money.
That's
all that
baller
matters,
status then, if that's the case.
Hey, he's money, man.
But to the offense then. I know you've been waiting.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about this offense, man. Let's talk about this offense.
Where do you want to start?
You want to start with the running game?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, knock it out.
We just gonna go opposite here because we've usually been starting off with Mason.
Yeah, I don't want to start. Go running game.
We'll end with him.
I want to end on a high note.
Running game, man. I caught myself many times throughout the game just saying, "Why the hell do we got 40 out there? What is going on?" And it was just non-existent at really any part of the game, and I don't know what that's due to. I probably didn't get as good of a look as I wanted to as I was watching the tapes because I still have poor film watching habits right now. I'm just seeing the end product.
I have poor film watching.
So it could be the line.
All right, I like it.
I'll defer to you on that, but it was non-existent. Obviously, we're on our second string back as our starter, who I still hold out hope that he's a good runner and can do certain things as opposed to just being
what do you mean
catcher.
a good runner?
But you've talked to me. You talked to me about that as to why he was able to have some of those big games in the past, and AB being there is definitely a factor.
AB helped the
definitely
running game
a factor.
A lot. I mean, and it's not just like we're saying Jalen Samuels or we're not just saying James Conner. We could look at Le'Veon Bell as another example. When he's in an offense like the Jets offense, no matter how great of a runner he is, it's certain things you're not going to be able to do just off of the amount of people that are. Saquon Barkley's dealing with it as well.
Yeah.
It happens.
Definitely.
I don't care who you are. You have to have other weapons around you to at least give you some space so you can show how dynamic you are. And during the game, the biggest reason why I was still liking 40, I think is what Tony Brooks James, I think that's how you say it. Yeah, Tony Brooks James. The thing that I liked about him was I said with him being a bigger back, him and Trey Edmonds, if it's not going to be a lot of space for you to run through, at least they are more of a bruising style, physical style.
At least they can fall forward.
Right, whereas with Jalen, I want him in space. I don't want him taking all these body shots because that adds up on a smaller runner. True. We talked about how Trey Edmonds came into this game with hurt ribs. We talked about how James Conner missed his second game with the shoulder injury. Why do I want to put Jalen Samuels and have him running in between the tackles when we're seeing what Aaron Donald is doing out there, just making anybody and everybody look foolish? And yeah.
Coaching that, huh?
Well, that's where we differ a little bit.
What do you mean?
Wait,
what do you mean?
You said coaching. I said that's where me and you differ.
What different? On what? I'm saying that wouldn't that be good coaching or not?
Yeah, but you don't believe in that. You're a Philly guy. Like, I just got to go off of my heart. Like, I want Jalen out there. Let me run to the ground.
I wouldn't be the best coach.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I was wondering. But there wasn't anything that he did to prove me right there throughout the game.
Right.
And it just was non-existent for any of them, though.
Right. But the thing is, it's like when the offense, the way it's struggling right now in terms of not being able to stretch the field as frequently as they would like to, defenses can play a lot more aggressive and they can pack the box a lot more because they're not as concerned with the receivers. So until they consistently show that they can make these type of plays, they're going to continue to have these type of issues in the run game because they're facing packed boxes. And that's just the nature of it. But the thing that I will say is this, from the positivity standpoint, the receivers, granted, they had a ton of drops. They weren't doing Mason any justice. Mm-hmm. And then even when they did have the catches, obviously James Washington had the big fumble after the big catch.
Yep.
But the thing that I will say is they're starting to, I felt like as a whole unit,
James and Deontay
played a lot better.
Yes.
Yeah, they played a lot better. when you looked at James Washington, 6 catches, 90 yards off of seven targets and a touchdown. Obviously, Deontay had 4 catches, 64 yards. Those type of things, I'm like, okay, if they can consistently do that, that's going to start to open up the running game. And let's be real. Juju, 3 catches, 47 yards. He's not facing Jalen Ramsey every week.
No, and there was some things that made an impact getting those penalty calls on him, even though it could have been a little ticky-tacky, but hey.
Hey, it is what it is, bro.
You take what you can get.
It is what it is.
Because whenever it's against us, I'm not too happy about it.
It is what it is, man. But that was how I looked at it, man. I just think like when those guys can consistently win outside, that's gonna help this running game out, because now teams aren't gonna be able to just play in base packages, base personnel. That was the thing why Le'Veon was so special here in Pittsburgh. Like, granted, it will be times where they're going big on big personnel, but a lot of times they're running out of small packages, like 4 wide receivers out there and just Le'Veon. And it's like you got small bodies out here trying to tackle a grown man. It's not happening. And then if you try to go big personnel versus him, now they spread it out and throwing it on you. So that was the paradox that they would put people in. But now that's not the case. Now they typically tip their hand when they want to run it versus when they want to pass it, just off of the personnel because of the injuries they sustained,
right? And
the personnel, like, in terms of talent, that they don't have anymore. So those are the biggest things that I see.
It's crazy to think about because, like I was saying, we're on our second string running back and a fourth and fifth stringer. Mm-hmm. That's pretty nuts for the offense just as a whole. Yeah. Be able to look pretty confident, above average out there, and get the job done. Like, that's pretty big shout out to them.
Yeah, and I will say this, man, in terms of how the offense looked, even though they had the drops, even though they had the turnovers, even though they accounted for 9 points for the Rams, the thing that I was most impressed with was Mason's performance. And here's why. In terms of his growth week to week, we're seeing him continue to take strides. We're continuing to see him look a lot more confident, too. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is probably definitely the most confident he looked. 100%. Even on the throw that he made to James Washington, where James fumbled it, that was probably his best throw of the night in terms of stepping in and just firing a rocket. Those are the things that I really was more impressed with about him, and him understanding where to go with the ball. We talked about the jump ball that he threw to James Washington in the end zone for the touchdown. Just understanding, like, hey, is that throw an easier throw? Yes, but knowing where to go with the ball is key. Understanding the placement of the ball is key. Those are the things that I liked about it.
What's crazy, too, and this is something maybe people listening will be shocked that you saying it's an easier throw, because and anytime you see one of those just like little fade balls in the end zone, I'm sitting back at my TV saying, "Oh, damn, nice. He's got the juice." I'm just telling you. Yeah. I'm telling you. So whenever you told me that at the game, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, we talk about how, like, if it's a size mismatch, like how James had versus,
at least he made the throw and
right,
play
making the throw, that's the right throw to make. But in terms of the skill with it, you're literally just put it up where only James can get it. Now it's different if you're trying to drop it in the back pylon and it has to be right on the money. We always talk about how the quarterbacks warm up throwing the ball in the barrel, and the trash cans are put in the corner of each end zone. And we would all, as defenders, try to go over there and mess with the quarterback, see if we could throw better. And don't let us hit him and you're not, and you're the quarterback, which has happened before, I promise you.
Were you hitting the can?
I don't want to. I don't ever name names like that, because it was certain players.
Wait, were you hitting it though when you throw?
All I'm saying is this: it's certain players.
Oh, because now someone would go back and look at.
Yeah. Well, no, it's nothing to even go back. Yeah, but they're gonna know. Okay, who's on the roster at what time? I'm not even going there. I'm not saying which organization. I'm not saying none of that. But it's been numerous occasions where other players have displayed better accuracy and arm strength than NFL quarterbacks. That's all I'm saying, bro. So for me to see that's why for me, I'm like, as NFL guys, we never think that's a tough throw, because I'm like, yo, I don't even have to play offense, and I can do that. And that's the only reason why we say, like, but understanding, like, the pre-snap, the read of knowing where to go with the ball. Yeah, I'm not even going to act like I would have known that, oh, yeah, I'm going ahead and James Washington right here. No. Or even being in the moment and feeling comfortable enough to do that, because I'm not a quarterback. But for him to understand, hey, look, this is my read. This is where I'm going to go with this ball. Understanding, hey, he doesn't have hope over top either. Because that's another thing that lets me know from a pre-snap recognition standpoint. If that's cover 2, you don't make that throw, because you know it's a safety sitting right over top of that to pick it off. But understanding the coverage, you're like, okay, I can do that. I'm allotted to that now because there's nobody over top of this guy. That's the things that I liked about him.
He looked, even, I know last week, what was it? It was 2 weeks ago, the Dolphins game. I remember whenever we talked about grades initially, looking back on the tape, I gave him a higher grade seeing him at Heinz Field, just, the hype and everything that was going on. It's feel good.
Right.
We're starting to get some points, starting to move the ball.
Yeah.
This time, actually, being at the game, I felt actually not as good about it. I thought he did good things, obviously, but watching it back, I thought it was even better. And his decisiveness, like he'd drop back, he would get it out quick, and it would be, like we were saying, a confident throw.
Yeah.
And then even some of the throws he was making down the field were pretty nice, man. They were pretty nice. Now, granted, there were maybe 3 or 4 just questionable decisions that luckily didn't go against us.
True.
Where he's getting sacked and trying to get the ball at last second, and
crazy.
That could have been a fumble.
Right.
Or I'm trying to think. There was 1 or 2 throws that he made that potentially could have been picked. But I mean, who doesn't make those throws, right?
You're right.
That'll happen throughout the course of a game, throughout the course of you playing football. So I'm not going to knock him too much for that, just because the overall feel of the game and how he handled himself, I thought was pretty impressive. Yeah. Especially against, I know it's not the same old Rams defense, but against some players.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, from a name standpoint, they had names. You thought, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, that's scary. Clay Matthews, scary. But is this Clay Matthews from the Packers, 6-7 years ago?
Right.
No, it's not. Now, granted, he did have a great rush on the young tackle, Chooks. But outside of that, I'm like, nah, I still feel good with what we had, man. I liked it a lot. So that's how I looked at it, man. I do think, though, going forward, Mason does have to continue to grow like he's doing. He has to continue to keep getting better each week. And the receivers got to help him out.
Yeah.
The drops have to stop. It's one thing if he's making bad throws, but these were on the money passes that we saw. And it's the second week now that we've seen these drops continue like that. So that's my biggest concern, is just handling that element. I think once you start handling that, that's going to open up so much more. Because, I mean, Mason ended up with 242, 22 or 38.
Dude, there were 4 or 5 drops. Big drops.
Yeah. So I'm like, that easily changes that number. Who knows
almost
how everything
300
plays out. Right. You're feeling totally different then.
Yeah.
So for me, that's how I'm looking at. Like, I feel very optimistic about him because I see him going in the right direction. I see him continuing to get better. I see him starting to do things from a pre-snap or above the neck area where you're like, okay, this is a good step in the right direction right here.
You know what's funny too?
What's up?
We ended with Mason and talking about how we're feeling good about him. Continue to progress.
Yeah.
The beginning. Remember I brought up the 08 Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just kind of, I guess, to leave it out there with the fans, the listeners.
Yeah. But you're not a 15-1 guy right now. I already remember you said
Hey.
No, you said you don't believe in Mason. I already got that.
Whoa.
You told me that, remember?
What?
You told me
No.
that. That's what you said.
Dude, no, when?
You said 15-1 because of Ben.
Because of Ben, yes.
Yes, so it can't be 15-1 in Mason because you don't believe in Mason like you believe in Ben.
Nah, man. I said 10-6. What's wrong with 10-6?
It's not 15-1.
It's not. You're right. But if you get the playoffs,
I want you to think about this too. 15-1 to 10-6. So that's what, a 4 game. No. That's a 4-game swing.
5.
5-game swing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm tripping. So it's a 5-game swing. And I said 11-5 is what we quoted here. I said 11-5 and 10-6, and then I said 8-8 or 9-7.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you saying with that?
I'm just saying I just feel like I didn't lose all hope in this team because of some injuries, whereas I feel like some people that I know
lose hope.
I mean, you went from 15-1 to 10-6. That's drastic.
That's not losing hope. No,
what is it?
No way, dude. Because I said 10-6 when we were down bad.
I've been saying the same thing since being hurt. I didn't change.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't have a record prediction. I was in so much shock. I was just like, man, can we win? Come on. And people were giving me little glimmers here and there. And I'm predicting the Seahawks.
You was over here trying to trade people, trying to sign everybody. And the whole time I said, oh, no, I like what we got. We're good, bro. I like what we got. We're good. No. We need this. I like what we got. We're good. Trade them all. Give away all the draft picks. We'll be fine. Yeah. I remember all that.
Like I said, I'm the idea guy.
Yeah.
I'm the idea guy.
Okay.
I'm like, so if I'm on the sideline next to Tomlin, I just throw it out there to him, like, hey, maybe we consider letting him score.
You know what he gonna say to you?
I mean, he might punch me in the face. I don't know.
He was like, Eric, go sit over there.
He wouldn't even call me Deke.
It's Eric, go sit over there. That's what he's gonna hit you with, bro.
But yeah, dude.
So 08, that's what it reminded you. Mason, 08, go ahead. So we're going.
Oh yeah. It's just posing the question out there. We're seeing it with him. We're seeing the improvement. We're seeing the defense look like that 08 team.
Okay.
The QBR is similar to Ben's right now. So it's just, like I said, throwing it out there. Can we make some noise?
What does that mean?
No.
I know. I need a very clean in layman's terms.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
No,
make some noise.
In layman's terms, what does make some noise?
Make some noise.
Are you saying AFC Championship?
Make some noise is a lot of things.
No. Because we've had this conversation where we don't have the same lingo.
Wait. Do we have to do this?
Yes. So, what does make some noise mean?
So you're gonna give your.
What does make some noise mean, Deke?
So are you gonna give your.
What does make some noise mean?
Are you gonna
Deke?
give your side?
Go ahead.
Are you gonna give?
Go
your
ahead,
side
Deke. Go ahead. Go ahead. You said 018 reminds you of it. Saying QPR can make some noise. What does that mean? Because what happened in 08? What happened in 08?
We won the Super Bowl. Here's the thing. I prefaced all this at the beginning saying there's another side of this that we don't have, and that's 5-6 years experience at quarterback.
Same QBR doesn't matter, right? Same QBR. He wasn't a Hall of Famer back then. Same QBR. Let's go.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on, man.
I was putting him in the Hall of Fame then.
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm just saying, make some noise.
What does that mean? What does that mean, Deke? What does that mean?
I don't want to say anything yet.
Oh, all right.
Do you want to say anything
Let's
yet?
just make some noise. I want to hear you make some noise.
Are you making...
Go ahead, make some noise.
What are you saying?
You said it. You said they're going to make some noise.
No, I'm just saying.
So what are you saying? So you're saying Super Bowl?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe we shouldn't roll it out. That's all. Because, I think most people would say... It was rolled out.
So what are the odds?
I don't know. I wouldn't say too hot right now, but
you said they could make some noise though.
Let's make some noise. Yeah. Hey, what's that one meme or the one thing you say or the thing from Dumber and Dumber? So you say there's a chance.
Hey. Oh Lord. Whew.
Dude, you're all about hope. I don't know why you shouldn't be against this.
We already had our conversation about that. Remember?
What do you mean?
I like to keep my expectations.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to.
No, you're not. I
said make some noise.
I'm not going there because as optimistic as I am, I could easily dissect it a lot more and make it a lot less optimistic in here. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But it's Veterans Day, and I'm leaving us on a high note.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. And how about this too? Because the thing I was gonna talk about is kind of like
it's kind of negative.
Not negative. It's funny, kind of. But we'll just.
You sure?
Yeah. We'll save it. We'll save it for the next one, maybe. Because we're gonna be recording pretty soon, right? With the Browns coming up with a preview.
Oh, yeah, we gotta figure that out.
Yeah,
that game's Thursday.
If we record Wednesday, we get it out like. Game day or something.
We're gonna have to figure that out, man.
I can already tell. I can see it in your eyes.
It's like real recap-ish.
Wait, what?
I said it's looking like a recap. Hey guys, so this is what happened on that game.
Fair.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We're gonna figure it out. That's what we do.
Dude, but I feel like that'd be letting people down.
You feel like we'll let people down?
Yeah, if we don't give them that little preview.
Oh, it's kind of like you picking against the team.
I let us down. I did.
You did.
So I guess you have your free pass.
I'm just saying we'll figure it out. Oh, good, bro.
All right, man. Well, hey, appreciate everyone. Man, how much time is there? All right, I'm gonna bring it up because here's the thing. I feel like it wouldn't be relevant if I brought it up, like for the preview.
Let's do it, bro.
Dude, I saw at the game people rocking Bettis Rams jerseys.
Yes.
Or I can't say this for certain because, like you said, I was a little buzzed, so I don't know what I was seeing. Maybe I was just seeing these jerseys and not really deciphering whether they were a fan or not, but also Aaron Donald jerseys.
Yes.
Whether or not, like I said, whether or not knowing they were a Steeler fan or not.
Right.
This is my thing. That can't be happening.
Why not?
I feel like you can't wear just the other team to the game. Even though it is Bettis, even though it's Donald, the Pittsburgh.
Well, this is the thing. It was the throwback Bettis jerseys, which are like elite. They are dope.
They're dope.
They're dope.
The Rams, though.
But it's Bettis.
It's Bettis.
And Bettis is what? Is Bettis a Ram or is Bettis a Steeler?
He's the Steeler.
Is it even a conversation? Is it even close?
No, it's not.
That's all I'm saying. If it was any other person, it's different. And the Aaron Donald thing, the only reason why I let that slide, it was his first game as a professional back in the place where he played.
Wear the Pitt jersey then. Don't wear the Rams.
Who buys a Pitt jersey? or Aaron Donald Pitt jersey? Like, think about that.
I don't know.
Yeah, think about that. How many times?
Oh, Pitt jersey? Oh,
no,
that's
I'm saying like an Aaron Donald Pitt jersey. How many Aaron Donald Pitt jerseys have you seen?
Dude, people will do that. They'll do that after they go pro and yeah.
Serious?
Oh yeah.
I need to see a poll of this.
No, I'm
going to get Twitter polls, man. Yeah.
We talk about doing these polls, but we never really do them. But I actually am really curious about this because there are some fan.
Just put up there. Here. Is it okay to wear a Jerome Bettis Rams jersey to Steelers versus Rams game?
Yeah, I don't think it's cool.
I thought it was fine.
Here's the thing. Here's another question though. Because
it's almost like a troll. Like I'm trolling you. Like, yo, I got this Rams jersey on. But you know who this is?
Because
y'all had him. Y'all had the opportunity to keep him.
I don't know.
And what did we do to y'all? That's how I look at it, bro. Those are dope jerseys. My man's had one. Shout out to my dog, him. Man. He had the fire Bettis one, and then shout out to Fed.
The Steelers. I thought that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I seen.
You're
both,
saying
man.
one of your boys had the Rams.
Yeah, I dapped him up before we walked in. Yeah, he had the. Yeah, it was tough, and that boy, like, he's more diehard than you.
Is it?
He, like, for a fact, have
more
never
diehard
heard
than me.
I've never heard him pick his Steelers, not once.
Pick against them. Talk negative though.
Anyone talks negative.
Yeah,
I've never seen him pick against a team. I've known him for what? This is my 6th year in Pittsburgh. 6 years now. Not once have I ever seen him pick against a team.
Man, you're making me feel bad.
I'm just saying. Even when it was that. Remember the year where we struggled a little bit, right? We went through Landry, Mike Vick, back to Landry, the kicking situation with Scobie, all that. He's still riding with us, bro. Never picked against us.
See, here's the thing. I would come to my defense. I never really had to make picks. Like I was always, always just.
And then you finally got your chance and you dropped the ball. You showed your true colors. You showed your true colors.
It's tough, man. I'm in a tough spot. Here. You give someone the mic, they got responsibility. Because dude,
15-1.
Because dude, you want to.
So where's the responsibility? We said 15-1.
I just want to be real. That's for the responsibility.
You said responsibility, bro.
It is. That's oh man. That's what I'm giving people. I'm just trying to. Like I said last one, tell it how it is.
All right.
I think it is. I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how you follow up this next time.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say too, because there might be pictures or things out there of me wearing another jersey, but if that's for skits or that's cool,
man,
that's cool.
You go, man.
Not to the Steeler game or just in general. It's got to be for just like entertainment purposes.
What
like skits? Like you're not. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro.
Stop that, man.
I'm just saying I'm just giving you levels to this. So.
Man. But I do like how we're just assuming that the people that were at the stadium with Aaron Donald jerseys on were actually like Steeler fans.
No, that's what I mean. I don't, because maybe they had a Steeler hat on. I was buzzed. Man. I couldn't really decipher.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like if you were a Steeler fan,
we did see a ton of LA people out there. We saw a ton of LA people, bro.
Yeah, they were.
A ton of LA.
They were.
Yeah. Shout out to all the LA folks, especially ones that put up to the tailgate. Ton of them. But yeah, man, LA.
So you.
I ain't sure because it's the Bettis one. Because every time when it's Steelers Rams, that's always I'm thinking about like. Yeah, I
feel like I just exposed myself. Actually,
like I would love to rock that Bettis, like the 36. That's tough, bro.
I feel like I just exposed myself. Actually, like you can't really take what I said serious because if I'm wearing another jersey, but I laid out the ground rules. If it's for skit,
listen, man, your logic is slightly flawed, but hey, That's why you're
People
Deke.
get it though. People got
love Deke. That's all that matters,
people
bro.
got,
They
people
love
got
Deke.
me if they're hearing this.
Yeah, shout out to Deke. I ain't tripping. I ain't sure if you ain't tripping. You know
If
that.
it's for a skit or like IG vid or something, it's cool. But like if you're
Yeah.
wearing it every day or like just
Oh my
out there
gosh.
or going to the Steeler game,
What if you only wear it one time every 3 years whenever the Steelers play the
It's got to
Rams?
be someone retired. That's something too
Like
that
Bettis.
you got to consider. No, but not to the Steeler game. Like I could go and rock. I mean, like a Merino Dolphins jersey, like in the off season. Like that's cool.
What?
Yeah, he's retired. Like there's nothing really like too significant there.
Oh man, you're funny, bro. You are
Just
funny.
telling you.
You're funny. You're funny.
I try, man.
What the heck?
You get what I'm saying.
I don't, but all right.
People get what I'm saying. We'll make this pool though. I'll put it on my
Yeah,
story
yeah,
or whatever.
you do that.
We'll
You
come
do
back
that.
with the results on next podcast.
Hey, you make it worded janky too, so it can fit what you trying to accomplish. All right. Yeah,
I'll spin it.
yeah. You getting this media thing down? I'm catching what you're putting down. I got you.
Dude,
I got you.
I'm just chilling, man.
I
What
got
do
you.
mean?
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Let's go. Poe would say something like, "Are you allowed to wear the opposing team's jersey for a Steelers home game? No context." Well, yes and no.
No, that is what I started.
No, that's not it. No, you can wear a Jerome Bettis Rams throwback.
I'll mention that. I'll
Yeah.
say, i.e., Bettis Rams jersey, Donald for this game. I'll put context around it. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. Yeah. All right.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I think we got it all covered here.
All right.
Thanks for going easy on me,
It's all love, man.
Steeler Nation. I'm still with you. Come on.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah. Till be determined. Yeah.
But anyway,
You're under investigation. We're gonna have to.
investigation.
Yeah, we gotta monitor you in the next couple weeks, man.
Nah, dude. Here's what I'm
just saying,
saying.
bro.
Just making a pick. That's not rooting against the team.
We should let them score on us.
That's for the ultimate win. That's for the ultimate goal.
It
though.
sounds like you're Pete Rose. I thought you were point shaving.
Oh, bro.
Thought you was trying to cover the spread or something.
Well, you think
money on the game for
you
a
think
second.
I had a little
nervous.
something at the river?
I ain't know, bro. We gotta let him score. Let Mason go 80. What? Huh?
Bro, that's just I told you. I'm the idea guy.
Like you said, man. Shout out to all the veterans on this Veterans Day. Shout out to Steeler Nation. Shout out to Steeler Gang.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And until next time.
Peace.